Issues of human trafficking vary from state to state. Traditionally, it is culturally unacceptable for a married woman not to produce an heir, especially a male child. This practice, which is deeply entrenched in the southeastern part of Nigeria, may just be the major factor fueling the boom of baby factories and other rising cases of child abuse in the region. This is NAPTIP on the Move. I am Emmanuel Okeke. Thank you for joining us. In this episode, you will get to meet the very vibrant Zonal Commander of the Enugu State Zonal Command, Comfort Aboko, whose expertise as a Chief Intelligence Officer has greatly impacted her work. You will also be informed about events happening at NAPTIP. It promises to be an eye-opener. Stay with NAPTIP on the Move.
Activities of the Enugu Zonal Command of NAPTIP covers the 5 states within the southeastern region of Nigeria.
In all the 5 states under Enugu Zonal Command, Abia, Anambra, Enugu, Imo, and Ebonyi states, we investigate cases of human trafficking. We arrest, we prosecute suspected human traffickers, we arraign suspected human traffickers in courts. We equally counsel, reunite, and rehabilitate victims of human trafficking. Also, we carry out public enlightenment activities, educating, enlightening, sensitizing the general public on the dangers of human trafficking and also on the antics of human traffickers. We equally investigate cases of child labor, child abuse, organ harvest, and baby sales that is very prominent in the southeastern states.
The operations of the command are achieved through its structure.
Enugu Zonal Command is structured with 9 units. We have 9 units in the command. And the units are investigation and monitoring units, counseling and rehabilitation units, legal and prosecution units, public enlightenment units, research and program development, administration units, finance and accounts units, audit units, and intelligence and international cooperation units. We've had 19 convictions since the inception of the command in 2006. And also, since inception, we have investigated 1,110 cases. And we have sheltered and reunited 907 victims of human trafficking, child labor, child abuse, and sexual abuse. Also, presently in our holding center, we have about 13 suspected traffickers, some of them within the country, and some of them were among those the suspect that came from Libya.
Collaboration with non-governmental organizations and other security agencies have been of tremendous assistance.
NAPTIP Enugu Zonal Command collaborates with the Ministry of Gender Affairs in Enugu State. We also collaborate with Worklife in Enugu State and the Intercom Africa in Anambra State. We also collaborate with Hope House in Imo State and Child Rights Development in Abia State. These NGOs help in retraining the victims of human trafficking after they might have left the shelter. They also help us in counseling them and also monitor their activities for us before they disengage. Because when the victims, when we reunite them with their various families during the process of rehabilitation, we make sure we monitor them for a period of 2 to 3 years. And it is these NGOs that collaborate with us and monitor the activities for us in these different states until these victims are able to stand on their own.
Continuous public enlightenment across all sectors is important in the prevention of human trafficking.
To prevent human trafficking, the DG has directed that we should emphasize more on rural sensitization. So the command recently succeeded in sensitizing about 457 Igwes in Enugu State. And we still have the intention of going to other states under the command, because we believe that when we are able to reach the populace through their Igwes, our message will sink. So we succeeded in making the Igwes to realize that very soon they will see us in their different domains and where we need their support to sensitize their subjects. Also, we make sure that on daily basis, we sensitize the general public, the markets, the motor parks, the schools, secondary, primary, higher institutions, and also we make sure that NAPTIP vanguards and clubs are formed in different schools so that through these vanguards, we will be able to reach the students and the pupils and educate them on the dangers of human trafficking so that they will not fall prey to traffickers. Even apart from this sensitization we carry out on daily basis, we make sure that even on Sundays, we carry out sensitization activities into different churches. On Fridays, we go to mosque to sensitize the general public on the dangers of human trafficking and the antics of suspected traffickers.
The Enugu Zonal Command Shelter is a friendly environment for caring of victims.
The shelter has harbored 907 victims so far, but presently in the shelter, we have about 15 victims, and some of them are Libya returnees. The shelter harbors a clinic, and we have trained and experienced counselors and caregivers in the shelter. In our shelter, we have skill acquisitions like tailoring, we have hairdressing, we have bead making, so that they will not be kept idle apart from being counseled by experienced counselors, so that eventually when they leave the shelter, those of them that are interested in one skill or the other, they are being enrolled in their various communities to continue learning these skills, and when they finish learning the skills, the agency empowers them.
Having been in the shelter at less than a year old, it has indeed become home for baby Chinemere.
Chinemere is a year plus now. He was brought in by one of the victims that baby Chinemere's mother recruited and took to Libya. From the victim's story, the victim said that Chinemere's father was a Ghanaian and his mother hails from Enugu State, somewhere in Nzuka, but that his parents were killed by ISIS in Libya. But at the point the mother was about to be killed, that the mother handed him over to her. The mother gave the address, village address, to the victim that she handed him over to. But up to today, we've not been able to trace baby Chinemere's family. He has been with us in the shelter. He came here as a baby. He was not even up to a year when he came here. He's a baby in the shelter, everybody's baby.
There's also a case of a young lady detained for aiding the sale of her neighbor's 2 children.
How much did he sell the children? How many children? 2 of them. Two girls or two boys?
One girl, one boy.
How old are they?
4 years, 3 years.
3 years.
No, 4 years, 2 years.
From the same parents?
Yes.
Are they from the same parents?
Yes.
How did the lady have access to the children?
She come to my shop, come take the children. So they say something for.
Who did they give the children to before she came to take them?
No, the children there for my shop, my neighbor shop.
Their mother or their father gave the children to you?
No. The children just there for my neighbor shop, just they praying. So mother know they around.
Okay.
Mother go market.
Okay. You go call and say make she come carry the children.
Yes.
You go call and say make she come carry the children.
No, na the girl, na the woman say me man just they monitor the
children.
Woman. No, the woman.
The mother of the children.
Yes,
anytime when she go market, may you come call and go pack the children.
Yes.
So you come call and come pack the children.
Yes.
So as you come call and come pack the children, so and they look for the children. What do you come tell the mother?
I don't tell the mother.
You don't tell the mother say that you come pack the come pack the children. But as she come pack the children, you knew that she was going to sell them now. You knew that she sold the children. She went to sell the children. Yes or no? Answer me. You knew now. Am I correct?
So she like
You knew now. And after selling the children, she gave you 150,000 out of the money, and you still said you did not know it was the children that she sold.
The zonal commander, Comfort Agboko, shed more light on other instances of baby sales.
Right now, we have a suspect in our custody that is married with children, but impregnated a 13-year-old victim, also in our shelter. He deceived the victim, a small girl, and absconded with her from Owerri in Imo State to Port Harcourt. And he continued abusing the victim sexually to the extent that the victim had to run away. When she ran away, she now went to Port Harcourt Airport, where native staff, in conjunction with other stakeholders, were receiving returnees from Libya, and now told her story to one person there. So it was that person that invited one of our officers and narrated the story to that our officer. So our officer now went to arrest the suspect in our custody now. The victim and the suspect, they are with us. The victim is in our shelter, pregnant. She's 8 weeks pregnant now, that is 2 months. In Enugu Command, we have series of baby factory cases. Recently in Umahia Court, we have a family, husband and wife. What they are into is sales of babies. Their first child, they sold that child at 50,000. And they lured one other mother, a girl, that had a baby to Port Harcourt. That is the wife lured that lady to Port Harcourt with her baby and sold the baby for 20,000. As I'm talking now, we've not found the baby, but the case is in court. And we are trusting God that we get conviction.
Although there are challenges, the Enugu Zonal Command is leaving no stone unturned in fulfilling the mandate of the agency.
Some of our challenges in the command is delay in court processes. Cases are being adjourned, and on most occasions, at the end of the day, we lose some of our witnesses. We find it difficult, and for witnesses to come and testify in court. Also, we are also faced with the problem of oath taking. You know, before these victims have been trafficked, some of the traffickers take them to shrines when they administer oaths on them that if they refuse to cooperate with the traffickers, some of them will die, some of them will run mad. So by the time they come to the shelter, they are being asked to come and testify in court, that fear they are still going about with that fear. But we make sure that our counselors, our caregivers, disabuse their minds on these fears, that they just use it to cajole them, and that they cannot do them anything, they cannot die, and none of them can run mad. We are equally faced with the problem of, funds cannot be enough. The agency is trying for the command. We are being given allocations, as at when the bed funds cannot be enough because the job is enormous.
The number of persons in its holding room is a testament to the vibrant nature of the command. The Enugu Zonal Command is indeed alive to its responsibilities in the fight to eradicate baby factories, which is a major component of human trafficking and child abuse.
Human trafficking, popularly known as modern-day slavery, is very much with us, even in this 21st century. It is a crime against God and humanity. You may be thinking, this message is not for me. Think again, because if you are paying your employee through an agent, you are a trafficker. If you employ a child under 12 years as a domestic worker, you are a trafficker. If you abduct a person against their will, keep and exploit them for monetary gains, you are a trafficker. If you promise international jobs with the intention to exploit the victims sexually and for cheap labor, you are a trafficker. If you buy and sell human organs, you are a trafficker. There are so many components of trafficking with devastating effects on the victims. This victim may be your daughter, son, brother, sister, mother, or father. Let us be our brother's keeper. Join hands with NAPTIP to stop human trafficking now.
Report cases of human trafficking to these NAPTIP hotlines: 0703 00 203, 080 02 255 627847. NAPTIP, empowered to protect you.
Human trafficking, child abuse, and sexual exploitation are indeed a crime against humanity. Please assist NAPTIP by calling the numbers on the screen if you or anyone around you is affected. Up next is NAPTIP Events. Don't go away. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, recently recorded another conviction. One Yusuf Umar, a 57-year-old man from Nasarawa local government area of Kano State, was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment with a fine of 2 million naira by a federal high court sitting in Kano for procuring and sexually exploiting a 14-year-old girl, an offense contrary to Section 16 Sub 1 of the Trafficking in Persons Prohibition, Enforcement and Administration Act of 2015. This conviction has brought the total number of those convicted for human trafficking by NAPTIP to 341. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, has arrested 11 persons for suspected child trafficking, abduction, and sale of children. They were arrested in different parts of Anambra State in a combined operation carried out with the support of the operatives of the Directorate of State Services, DSS. The suspects, comprising of 8 women and 3 men, belong to a criminal syndicate that specializes in kidnapping and sale of babies across the country, notably the states of the Southeast, Lagos and Abuja. 3 children whose ages range from 8 months to 4 years were recovered during the operation, while scores of other children believed to have been trafficked by the gang are yet to be found. Among the children were a 2-year-old girl who was reportedly stolen from Lagos, and another 4-year-old boy who was allegedly stolen from his parents in Abuja. The parents of the 8-month-old child are yet to be traced, while the 2-year-old child whose 4-year-old brother is yet to be recovered has been identified by her parents. The 2 children were stolen from Okpoko in Anambra State and recovered in Lagos. One of the arrested suspects, a 30-year-old woman, Rosemary Okafor, admitted to selling one of her 4 children, a newborn baby, to a woman simply identified as Madam Pink at the cost of 350,000 naira. She confessed to have sold the baby to be able to train her other 3 children in school. The suspects are currently in the custody of the Enugu State Zonal Command of the agency, while the rescued children and the 3 remaining children of Rosemary Okafor are presently receiving the required services at the agency's shelter. We just got information that another child sold by this criminal gang has been rescued. Kudos to the team. And right now, we have a victim story to warn and alert you about the vices and antics of offenders. Keep watching.
I lived in Takot with my auntie. So she brought me back to my people. That was December 2016. So she told my dad that she has found another person and she wants to travel out to the state with her children. That maybe when they come back, I will come and stay with her back. So my dad decided to take me to Owerri, where I'll stay with my dad's sister, because he had a little misunderstanding with my mom that made them to separate. So my mom got married and had another child for another man, and my dad doesn't care about his children anymore. I then was in need of help, someone to come and carry me, that will be taking care of me, even though it's to do housework and be earning my salary. Then there is this guy that I met, his name is Wisdom Oparaku. So he came and we became friends. We were very close. He normally come to my house and I'll go to their house. So one day I then told him all my problems, that I need help of a place to stay. He then told me that there is one of his auntie that stays in Port Harcourt that needs someone to stay with. My auntie disagreed that I won't go with the guy to anywhere, that I don't know where he's taking me to, nor the place he's taking me to. So I then looked at the problems that I'm facing through in my family. I then said that I will go. That instead, if someone wants to achieve something, that you will not listen to what your parents were saying. But I never knew the guy was deceiving me. And he never told me that he was married and had 3 kids, that he pregnated his own sister. So when I saw the 3 children and the lady, I started asking questions. He denied them. He told me that the 3 children and the lady, the 3 children are not his, and the lady is someone that he's helping. So I then asked him what of the auntie, that he should take me to the auntie. He will come back telling me stories that the auntie is not around, or that. Then I now asked him, okay, take me to your auntie's house. He said the auntie has packed out from the place. And I told him to take me back to my home. He would tell me that I should stop disturbing him, that I'm not a small kid, that I can find work here and be doing. I told him no, that I don't want to stay with a guy in the house, that I'm not yet ready to marry nor to live with someone. He said that, am I a kid to say that kind of word? I told him to take me back, but anytime I try to tell him to take me back, he hits me or maltreats me. So one day I ran out of the house to airport. Now met a Nima man at the airport. I complained all my problems to him. He then said okay, that he has people that love children and would like to help them. So he then took me to NAPTIP people. So, and I told them that this pregnancy, that I can't carry it because my parents would like to see me with the pregnancy. So they encouraged me and made me to keep the pregnancy. The NAPTIP people encouraged me. Well, till now, they brought me to this place telling me that all hope is not gone, that they will find a way to help me and then take me back to my people. That's why I'm here in NAPTIP house.
For more enquiries and support, or to report cases of suspected human trafficking and child abuse, please call NAPTIP hotlines on 0703 0000 203 or 0800 2255 627847 or email info@naptip.gov.ng. Visit our website www.naptip.gov.ng. Follow us on our social media platforms at NAPTIP Nigeria and watch our videos on YouTube.
It is indeed a sad way for a 13-year-old to start her life, but with NAPTIP, all hope is not lost. This is a call to parents out there to strive to live up to their responsibilities by supporting and inculcating good values in their children. No one can look after your child better than you. But what they say is enough for the wise. This is where we draw the curtain on today's episode. I hope to see you same time next week. But until then, I must urge you to keep the discussion on human trafficking, child abuse and domestic violence trending. I am Emmanuel Okeke. Thank you for watching.